to someone and know that they're going to change your life forever. That's how I felt the first time I looked at Mason when we were 17. I remember walking into arts and humanities class, and in walks this football player. I always swore I would never ever fall for a jock. But Mason started talking about Tim Tebow and how he wanted to have a faith like him and use it to touch the world. He kept asking to copy my homework, and I kept telling him no. And for weeks, he would just keep asking me to go on one date. Just go on one date with me, Katie. Finally, after relentless pursuing, I agreed to go on one date with him. That date turned out to be the best date of my life. We talked, and it was like we had known each other our whole lives. Like he knew me. Dropping him off at home that night, he looked at me and said, "You know, one day, me and you, we're gonna get married." I looked at him and I said, "Are you crazy? We are 17. We'll never get married. We have right now, and I love right now. But we have no clue what the future holds, where our lives are taking us." He said, "Just you wait, and I'll remind you on the day we get married." 8 years later, he was so right. I marched right down that aisle, straight to the man who held my heart. Without hesitation, I married him. When I got there, he said, "I told you. Here we are." Over 8 years, Mason not only became the love of my life, he became my best friend, my partner. I couldn't imagine a life without Mason in it. I knew as long as I had him by my side, I could face anything that life threw at me. We loved one another, supported one another. We were a unit, a team. He was my whole life, and I was his until Trooper, our fur bear, became along. He changed everything. He was the light of Mason's life and mine. I couldn't wait to see the children that we were going to have. If we were this crazy over a dog, oh God, our children. I couldn't wait to see the life we were going to make. I couldn't wait to grow old with this man who captured my heart when we were 17. I had the perfect life.
Shoot up in the air.
It amazes me how a Monday can start out so normal. Any day really can start out normal. For me, it was a chilly, rainy Monday morning. I was cuddled up in bed with Mason, and Trooper was right in the middle of both of us, neither of us wanting to get up, like every Monday morning. Mason got up and kissed me until I finally got up. He was off duty and was going to help a friend on a farm. So he went and got ready, and I began to get ready, and he went and made us coffee. Once I was finished getting ready, I came out, and he was playing with Trooper. He hugged me. Something felt different about the hug. We prayed together, and he gave me a kiss. And of course, it made my toes curl. Anytime Mason kissed me, it was like the first time. I got lost in it. And he said, "Baby doll, baby girl, I'll see you for dinner." And I said, "Okay, text me what you want." I got in my car, and he got in his, and we went about our day. I was in a fog all morning. I looked at my coworker, and I said, "Something doesn't feel right. I don't know. Something feels off right now." And that was about 10 a.m., and little did I know what was actually happening at 10 a.m. I felt like part of me was missing, and it scared me. My boss came around the corner and asked me to go in the back room with him, and my heart sped up, and I didn't know how I was going to tell Mason that I was losing my job. I just knew that was what was happening, and he led me into a room up to a man. It amazes me how 5 little words can set a whole life course in action. Those 5 little words, that man spoke to me, and he said, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry." He didn't have to tell me who. Oh, my heart knew who. I collapsed on the floor. My whole world literally stopped spinning. I would never make it out of this. My heart was gone. We're only 25. This isn't supposed to happen. We're supposed to have our whole life. We didn't even get to have a kid. This isn't supposed to happen. 5 seconds. 5 seconds of my husband falling from a 30-foot barn was all it took, and my whole life was gone. He was gone. Everything was gone. 5 seconds was all it took to shatter my whole world. 5 seconds was all it took for me to begin to want to run away from faith, not towards it. 5 seconds on September 26, 2016 changed my entire life.
Something's broken, I need your help. I can't fix this on my own. My heart is prone to wander far, but you call me back to your arms.